Homework is a key component for the academic success of students. Yeah, but is it though? Homework is a really interesting topic for discussion and research. To start, it's not particularly popular with anyone. Students don't really like it. They might copy it from classmates, they might turn it in late, or they might not even do it at all. Parents often don't really care for homework because it's often a point of contention with their kids, and sometimes when they try to help, they end up more confused than their kids are. And teachers, it's not particularly popular with them either because it's often a challenge to collect, to grade, and to manage. But sometimes homework is viewed as a necessary evil. We put up with all these things because it's part of the learning process. But is it essential? Is it important? Homework and the impact it has on academic achievement has been researched for decades. And over that time, three findings have remained relatively consistent. At the elementary level, there is essentially no relationship between academic success and the time you spend on homework. At the middle school level, there's a little bit of a relationship, but it's very small. And at the high school level, there is a little more of a connection between homework time and academic achievement, but still relative to other variables, it's quite small. For example, something like attendance would have a way bigger impact. A student going to school will impact their academic achievement much more than the amount of homework that they're doing. For some, these ideas may be surprising, but people have been talking about them for some time. Books such as The Homework Myth, The Case Against Homework, The End of Homework have explored the topic in some detail. For example, in The Homework Myth, Alfie Kohn asks why students should be expected to work overtime after they've already spent all day in school. He also raises concerns about parent conflict and the role of parents becoming the homework police to ensure that homework is completed. Homework does not need to be an extra assignment for kids. It could be something simple and integrated into things that they already do. Maybe kids could count the number of gas stations they see on their ride home from school. Then when students come back to class, they could use that data to make graphs, charts, or explore other questions. This type of low-impact task keeps kids as engaged in the course topic, keeps it on their mind, but it prevents them from turning that homework task into something that they really dread. Homework could also be used as a tool to communicate and connect with parents. A homework assignment could be as simple as explain to someone in your family how photosynthesis works, or tell someone in your family your favorite marine mammal and why. Those kinds of conversations really help connect parents and families with what students are learning in schools, and that kind of parent involvement is really strongly associated with improved academic gains. On a larger scale, many teachers have had a lot of success with flipped teaching. And that's where classwork and homework are flipped. So like a generic example of that might be if you were doing a lesson on the Apollo moon landing. In a traditional classroom, you might lecture about the moon landing, provide some details, and then the homework assignment might be students write a newspaper-style article to communicate some of those details. Well, in a flipped classroom, the lecture becomes the homework. Students watch a video of the teacher or someone explaining those details of the Apollo landing, and then that frees the teacher up to maximize class time. So then when students are in class, you could write the newspaper articles collaboratively, or maybe even do more creative things like create a news program with a variety of different segments about the Apollo landing. So to sum up, homework is not necessarily bad, but by itself, it's not going to dramatically impact student achievement. Instead, it's better to rethink what homework is or what it can be and how it can support and excite learning, rather than being something that kids are going to dread. Thanks for listening.